Terence Bud Crawford, man, how's retired life, man? Any second thoughts?
No, not at all, man. I've been enjoying my time away from the sport and, enjoying my kids and traveling the world and getting to relax.
A lot of fighters, fight on too long. You made the decision to sort of end it on a good note. Why do that?
'Cause it was time. I have nothing else to prove. If I was to ask you who would I fight, that would be a massive fight. Who would you say?
It's true. Good point.
There you go.
Rematch with Canelo.
That's all you can say.
He wanted that rematch, so,
Well, a pair of lips to say anything, but we didn't see nothing coming our way.
How do you look back on that fight? A tremendous performance from yourself. How do you sort of look back on that night?
Oh, that night was special. That's the night that I told everybody I was going to make history. Everybody thought that Canelo was too big. I was just going in there and fighting for the money, and I wasn't going to give my all. And I had the opportunity to prove a lot of doubters wrong.
Mate, I want to ask you about, a lot of talk about a fight between Errol Spence and Tsyzu. You were in there with Errol. How do you see that fight going if it happens later this year?
I think it's going to be a good competitive fight for both fighters. I'm leaning towards Errol in that fight, but I think Tim is a dangerous fighter, and both of them got the capability of winning that night.
Zayas-Ennis and Zayas announced this morning as well. Thoughts on that?
Man, that's a tough fight, especially for Xander at this point in his career, but it shows his heart and his confidence, that he have in himself, and he's ready to go make history for his country, and he's going to do real well in that fight. I just think, right now, it's a little bit too early for him.
You ever consider sticking around and fighting Zayas-Ennis?
Well, I had the opportunity to fight Boots, but Boots chose to get out of the WBO rankings, and, him and Virgil. So that's when I ended up fighting Sean Porter.
Mate, another big issue here in Australian boxing at the moment, Opetaia being stripped of his belt. Any thoughts on that, Terence?
I don't think it was right. I think, they allowed him to fight on Zuffa, and then to turn around and strip him. I don't think that was right, but, I think everything will play itself out in the long run.
What do you made of Zuffa boxing? Are they good for the sport? Is it good what those guys are doing?
We shall see. So far, I haven't heard anything negative about the fights that they've been putting on and the things that they've been doing in the sport of boxing. So, time will tell.
Two more for you. Shakur Stevenson, what does he do next? A fight with Gervonta Davis, perhaps? What do you want to see from Shakur?
I don't think Tank is going to come off a long layoff and go right into fighting Shakur. I think, Shakur next fight will be unified at 140. I think that would be his best solution.
Shakur got what it takes to be that face of boxing.
For sure, ain't nobody beating him. Ain't nobody beating him.
Last one, Canelo. Should he retire?
No, he still got a lot in him. I think he's fighting here come September. Him and Billy, and it's gonna be a good fight. And Billy like to put the pressure on. Canelo, like to put pressure on and a great counter puncher. So it's going to make for a great fight. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited to watch it.
Nice one, bro. Appreciate your time, man.
Thank you.